Good morning, guys. It is Sunday morning, January 8th, 2017. Wow, that's a long time from 1970 when I was born. Long time. Thank the Lord I have gotten these years. Um, anyway, today I have a couple of things to ask. And there's going to be more than one video because this is Sunday and I usually don't do any kind of work on Sunday. But talking to you guys is not work. It is, for the most part, it is actually allowing me to vent and just deal with day to day life as it is. So, first of all, I have a question. Help, please. From my followers and friends, okay? I have gotten 5 lovely comments on the video about Chrissy and her news, okay? And I cannot thank people enough for leaving comments. I can't. I think that that is just amazing. It's a new step for my YouTube, and I'm very happy about it. I need to pause because I'm trying to put Danny down for his nap, and he is not listening to me. So, we're going to call the dinosaur. I'll explain that in a minute. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys. I put him back in bed. Let's just pray for a happy ending on this one for him to go to sleep. His eyebrows get red, which his mom had when she was little. She's so blonde, naturally, that when she gets extremely tired, and to this day this child does this, and now her children do it, her eyebrows turn red. And you can tell she's overly tired. Danny does the same thing. Bobby, my first grandbaby, did the same thing. Okay? I don't know why. I don't know if I did it. I have little to no memories of being a child. So, well, I wouldn't say no, but I have little memories of it. And it's things like that I don't remember. I've had head injury. That happens. Anyway, I'm getting these lovely comments from folks. And they're very, very encouraging comments. And I'm grateful, guys. Every view matters to me. I wouldn't care if I had 1 million subscribers. If you are courteous enough to send me a message and it shows up in my email or on my post, I'm going to answer. That is my nature. I hate being ignored by people. So, here's the problem I'm having. I can't figure out how to get those comments to show up so you guys can see them. I want you to see them. I want this to be a very open forum, open discussion. If you have questions, ask me. I will answer to the best of my ability. If you have knowledge from me, please share it. Please. Guys, I am never closed to suggestion. Ever. I never have been. I never will be. It is not in my nature. It's also not the way my daddy raised me. Bob raised me up that if something is presented kindly and in a decent fashion, you should accept that, look at it, and then either take it and do it, or don't. But it's a choice. And the thing is, you should listen. Okay? So, and I'm not saying I'm know-it-all by any means. I am not a master of all. I am pretty masterful at knitting, pretty masterful at Italian food, at very basic Midwestern food, stews, chicken and dumplings. You know, meatloaf. My meatloaf, people say, doesn't even qualify as meatloaf because it's got everything in it. And it was my great-grandmother's recipe, guys. I tried to alter it at one point by adding garlic. I'll never do that again. She had it right. And I was taught when something's not broke, don't fix it. So her recipes weren't broke. They were tried and true. They came from her mother. And the story goes, I do not know how true it is because I'm adopted, that she came over here to Arizona in a covered wagon as a little girl from Kansas. So see, we've got a lot of Midwestern influences in our family and a lot of Southern influences. I have family in Kentucky. I have family in Tennessee. I spent many years in Tennessee. Not a fan of being in Memphis. Not anymore. It used to be pretty country. I don't like the way society has changed in Memphis, so it's just not for me. It's too dangerous. I mean, the last time I went through there, we had to lock the windows and doors. That's terrifying to me. Because when I was a little girl, it was not that way. I could walk around Memphis and feel perfectly safe. And I'm sure there are parts of Memphis that are still that way. I can't travel anymore, guys. You know my health is shot. So, but I spent many, many days and busy nights in Nashville and the surrounding areas. I worked my butt off in music, and I loved doing it as an adult. As a child, no, I didn't. I was forced into it. It wasn't a choice, guys. Um, and when it's not a choice, there's no enjoyment in it. It really is not. Now, I love music. I love writing music. I love producing music for people. I get asked quite often to write piano pieces for backgrounds for music. I've actually done one for a rap song, believe it or not. Um, but the song had a great theme to it. It was just, I have a recording of it. It was an amazing piece. And the fact that they went, I was just sitting recording, you know, because I wanted it for posterity. And when they heard it, they went crazy over it and started writing beats to it and lyrics to it. And it just came together and fell together. And it's a really, really neat song about how you're nothing without your family. You know, and it's a cool, cool deal. It was unexpected and it has been produced. I do not know. I haven't tracked it. I don't know what they finally named the song. So, but this has been the majority of my life. I've written music, not under my own name. I've only written 2 songs under my real name, and the rest were under a pen name because growing up in the music industry at the time in which I did, it was very dangerous to have my real name out there. People would have been able to find me. I could have gotten hurt. You never know. You know, there are some crazies out there. And the late 70s and early 80s were not a great time in country music for safety of young girls. This was not what should have been done. But I'm glad it was. I had great experiences. I worked with some of the best artists in country music. I have sung with Dolly Parton. I have sung with so many big names. It's insane as a child. And I even did a dance piece for Donnie and Marie Osmond when I was a little girl. So, sorry guys, my allergies are nutty. And I feel like there's something in my eye, and it's probably an Esky hair. That's my life. So, I've loved doing music. Now, I may be needing to write another song very soon, and if that happens, it could go national television, and if it does, I will be ecstatic because the artist doing it, my husband. Okay? Fabulous vocalist. I was a very good vocalist, but I'm very deep, bluesy voice, very Patsy Cline-esque when I was young. As I got older, I developed more of my own voice in music, my own feel in music, and I really enjoyed it. I play multiple instruments, okay? So I was very blessed that way. I don't think you'll ever see any of that out here. Not unless my daughter does something stupid, and then I will wring her neck. But I need help learning how to post those comments, please. I can't view them when I go to the video, and that's bothering me. It says 5 comments, but I don't know how to make them show. Help me out here, guys, please. I'm at a loss. So, oh, the dinosaur thing with my grandson. Okay. The week before Christmas, my dingy daughter took her son to see her big sister and, you know, Aunt Tia and Uncle Dan. They had a big inflatable dinosaur in the yard that roared. Scared the living piss out of my grandson. So my daughter figured out that when he's being whiny, if you threaten to call the dinosaur, he doesn't want that, so he stops. It doesn't hurt him. I have him playing with replica dinosaurs, so he understands not all dinosaurs are evil, but I didn't do this, guys. But it's what works. And I got to use whatever tools at hand right now with my health the way it is. Like I said, I'm down to no service puppies that are fully functional at the moment, because Chrissy's going to be a mommy and I need her to rest and eat and grow those babies safely and keep her so healthy, God willing. She is just my love. She is the reason I wake up in the morning. She's the reason that I sleep at night. She's the reason that I bother to eat because I'm never hungry. Um, I literally live to take care of that little girl. And the other Eskies. Don't get me wrong, I love them. But they're not to me what my original three were. Okay? And two of them are now my Esky angels. I'm sitting here looking at them. I'm sorry. I have a beautiful metallic drawing of Snowy done by my son. It's stunning. And one of these days I will show you. It sits propped up against my dad's remains, with Frosty sitting on my dad's and Snowy beside them. So, and in front of it all is my dad's flag that was not from his death. It was when he retired from the Navy, the ship that he retired from, and this is a very rare thing to happen, guys. They pulled the flag down off of the pole, folded it, and ceremoniously gave it to my dad for his 30 plus years of service. All honorable. My dad retired with all gold hash marks. I mean, this man, the most honorable person I've ever known. And I pray that I am even half as honorable as he was. If that is the case, then I'm never going to be dishonest. That's who he was. And I thank God that he finished raising me and that he was ever present in my life, all of my life. Except when Joyce took me away from him. And even then, he knew that, as he would put it, his Amber would come home. She would find a way home. And I did. I did. My dad was the only human that I had throughout my life. He lived until I was 38. He literally passed away 5 days after my 38th birthday. And every moment we had was precious. I was very lucky. My dad always taught me the worst thing that you can do to somebody is take them for granted. He was right. Midnight Stroller, guys. I'm telling you, this is like the best coffee in the world. It's from Sprouts. It's all done naturally. It's eco-friendly. It's, of course, non-GMO. And it is, I can't remember the name of the project that I read up on, but it helps the farmers that actually do all that work for the coffee beans to get a fair wage and a fair amount of money out of their work. I'm very supportive of that because they've been cheated for a very long time. Growing coffee, harvesting coffee, not an easy job, guys. Much less to roast it naturally in the sun and, you know, all these things. So, great coffee, low acid, strong flavor. I drink black coffee, so if you love truly great coffee, Midnight Stroller from Sprouts. Check it out online. I don't know if you can get it that way. My husband buys me a bag of it once a year because it's pretty expensive here. So it's a treat. We would buy it more often if we could, but our money needs to go to the grandbabies and the puppies and my medications. And that's what it is. Pay for our home and those things. So, money's limited in our family. Very limited. And when I do some knitting and make a little extra money for somebody doing a custom piece, you know, that's extra. That's fun money for us. Anything iron goes into the family, it goes into helping my husband not have so much on his plate. He is the sole financial supporter to our household. And I take care of the rest. Except taking out the trash and yard work. I can't do those. He does those. So, and lately, this past few months, he has been loading the dishwasher, and that way I only have to unload. And it's much less bending on me, and it's better for my back. The doctor made a comment to him that my lower back at the waistline, which is called your lumbosacral area, Okay, because it's the lumbar, just above the lumbar region. And it's entering that first lumbar. My spine has deteriorated from my cervical third vertebrae. Okay, so the third one down from my skull, um, all the way down to that. There's no cartilage left now, guys. It's gone. I am bone on bone, and it is pinching nerves in my spine. So that's why sometimes I really can't walk. I can't feel the way I should be able to feel. It's what it is. And it creates intense muscle spasms because I used to be 5'7". The problems with my spine has shrunk me. I would like them to put me in traction because it relieves the pain, and my doctor says no. Can't do it. It's not safe. So, and no, I'm not eligible for spinal surgeries, guys. They have to use corticosteroids in that, and I have a life-threatening anaphylactic reaction to corticosteroids internally. On my skin, I can put hydrocortisone on. Can't use any other form of it. It will kill me. No prednisone, no nothing. So when I get pneumonia, we're fighting this naturally. The only chemical we use is a good antibiotic, and I'm allergic to all forms of penicillin. So for me, it is Z-Paks are what they're called. It's 3 days of pills. Take a pill once a day, and I'm good because my doctor knows I don't need more pills added to my count to try and keep track of. Other than that, I take Soma for my muscle spasms, and that keeps down a lot of pain. A lot of pain. I take hydrocodone, Norco, 10 milligram hydrocodone as needed, and very little per month. In fact, my script is very small because I don't need more than that. And when I have to take that, I cannot take my Soma. I take Xanaflex, Tinzanidine, okay? That reacts with the nervous system, and it stops the weird ticks and shakes and feeling like that. So we've gotten to a point where we're alternating all the time Tizanidine and Soma, and when I have to take a pain pill, I just don't take the damn Soma. It's the way it is. Other than that, I take Lyrica because it has been a lifesaver for me. And I'm on what's considered a very low dose of Lyrica, so because of an allergy to a problem with the Lyrica, it is just itchy and difficult to breathe. So if I take my antihistamine, I can take that. So that's my balance of medications, and on emergency cases, or if I cannot sleep, I take Xanax. Very, very, very low dose. 0.5 milligram, guys. I don't want a bunch of pills in my system. Other than that, I use foods and teas, and I will lay in my bed, stuck in my bed, and stretch as much as I can. When I can be up moving around, I like to be. I would like to be out fishing. Okay, it's too cold right now. It's only 55 degrees in Phoenix. And that's downtown Phoenix, which means it's 51 out here. It's cold. That's cold. You guys are going, we're in single digits. Guys, this is the desert. It's the middle of the day, or almost the middle of the day, and we are at 51 degrees where I live. That's cold. Because in the summer, we hit 130 last year. Oh, yeah. That's hot. You all complain about 100 degrees. Okay, you guys have the humidity. Screw that, I'm not doing it. Yes, it's a quote-unquote dry heat, but it's hot. It's hot. It's so hot you don't want to go outside. It's unsafe. We had people dying this last summer because they would not listen to the warnings. I'm sorry, but I'm of the opinion that if you do it to yourself, I don't have any sympathy for you. I have sympathy for your family. Because you did something really stupid. I've lived in Phoenix my entire life. Okay? This has always been my home base. Glendale and Phoenix. I grew up 7 miles from here in Glendale. I have never strayed too far to live. At one point, I lived 20 miles from my dad, and I felt like I was a world away from him. Because we talked every day, and he was my best friend. The best human friend I've ever had. The best female human friend I've ever had is my friend Rosie. She just rocks. If If there's anyone I can ever talk to, it's her. If there's anything I ever need, she finds a way to be there for me. And I try to do the same for her. So, guys, if you're lucky enough in your life to have one friend that treats you that well, please don't take them for granted. Please say thank you. Please tell them you love them, that you appreciate them. And just once in a while, give them a hug for no damn reason. Other than they look like they need a hug. That's how I live my life. And it's working for me. It doesn't mean it'll work for everybody, but it's working for me. Because I'm not big on face-to-face communication with people as far as in the same room. I panic. I panic. Ever since my first car accident, I've had trouble in crowds. Going to a Coyotes game requires Xanax. There's no way I can sit in the stands. No way. My heart rate goes crazy. I feel like I can't breathe. I can't do it. So I take a piece of Xanax, not a whole dose, and then I'm okay. Because I know my husband's next to me. I know there's security right behind me. I'm always on the aisle, so I'm not in between people, because that will freak me out. They quit putting us in seats like that because they figured out I couldn't go to the games. Unfair to me. And guys, my husband sings for the Coyotes. So when we go to games, it's because it's been a gift from them, or because he's singing the anthem, or anthems. He does the Canadian anthem very well. So yeah, that's the update for basic information today. And please help me. I do not know how to do this. I am lost. I need help. So, God bless. I'm praying for you guys. Giving you a shout out. Help. Bye-bye.